drama based on true events and directed by a Theodore Melfi. The story is about African-American female mathematicians who worked at NASA during the space race. And these are women that played a pretty vital role in NASA during the early years of the space race. I'm sorry that I'm late with this review. It's been out a while now. Well, the 17th of February here in the UK anyway, but I was fortunate that my local cinema was still showing it, and so I managed to squeeze it in earlier today. I found this film to be quite powerful emotionally. This story had a lot of heart, and I'll be honest, I never knew such events like this did actually happen. I also feel like the film had a lot of powerful messages as well, which I really appreciated. And for me, the film did a great job at capturing those times in America where there were such things as, segregation. And the film captured it so well that it actually really shocked me. That I couldn't believe that in a country like America, they would treat people like they did purely because of their skin colour. I am aware of the history, of America and how they treated people, but this film does such a great job at capturing that it really sort of shocked me, and it actually angered me. It really made me angry that people, were actually treated in that way. For me, the story was about people overcoming barriers, breaking through barriers, to show to the world that no matter who you are, where you're from, and the colour of your skin, we are all in this together, and that we are all capable of doing many great things in life. And the film, for me, really got across that message very, very well. The performance from the cast in this movie was amazing. Like, every single member of the cast were great in this film. I loved all of their performances. They felt so real, and I could really feel and connect with the characters purely because of their performances, and they added a lot of weight and emotion to the film, to what is already quite a powerful and emotional story. Apologies if I say her name incorrectly, but I think it's a Taraji P. Henson. And she plays Catherine Goebel Johnson, one of the main actresses in the film. And she's the mathematician who helps calculate the flight trajectories. And her performance in this film was amazing. I mean, she was amazing. And same goes for all the other actresses. And Kevin Costner as Al Harrison, the director of the Space Task Group, was also very, very good in this film. The movie did have moments where it made me smile. It made me chuckle and get quite emotional even. There was a bit of a mix of emotions throughout this film, and I really liked that. It was a very moving story with great performances from all the cast, and it also had a very nice score by Hans Zimmer. I really liked the score. This was also a feel-good movie. It felt very inspirational. It made me think that anything is achievable as long as your heart is in the right place, and no matter who you are, you can do it. In a way, the movie restored a little bit of faith in me for humanity. And this is a very human story, and for certain people during those times, it was dark times, and barriers were broken down. And as our current world goes into dark and uncertain times now, this movie made me feel that there is hope. It gave me hope that there is light again at the end of the tunnel, and it did restore my faith in humanity a little. So that's why I can say for me that this film, it's a feel-good movie, because that's how it made me feel. As well as the fact that no matter who you are and what background you come from, you're able to achieve anything that you want to, as long as as long as your heart is in it. And again, it was a real feel-good movie. And just because you have a different colour, or you're from a different background, or maybe a poorer background or anything like that, doesn't mean that you can't do something. That you're like, they can't do that because he's so and so or she's so and so. And it was like, it was just those sort of times as well when it came to African Americans and that. And still, you know, thinking back, it's hard to believe that, you know, people were treated like that. It was like, you know, they had their own toilets. It's like, really? I couldn't get over that. And I think one of the most powerful messages that this film is all about, and what you know, one of the most powerful messages that this film has, the story has, is for people just to accept everyone, no matter who you are, accept them. You know, whether it be your sexuality or what country you're from or the colour of your skin, accept everyone, because at the end of the day, we're all in this together. And this is why I feel, you know, that was for me one of the most important messages in this story, and that, you know, you are no different to the next person. We're all the same, you know, whether you'd be a straight person or a gay person or an African American, we're all the same. I'm not sure how accurately correct this story was to events, but nonetheless, it was a very impressive overall, emotionally powerful, and I recommend you see it, as well as take your children if you have any, because there are a lot of messages to be learned from within this film and its story. A lot of powerful and important messages, which I think the world needs more now than anything. I had minor gripes, one of those being the transition in scenes, going from event to event. You know, there'd be these sudden jumps into an event, and I'd be like, how do we get here now? And just certain transitions between scenes and events that threw me out a little. But overall, this was a pretty solid movie. I really liked it, and I'll be giving Hidden Figures an A. I've been giving a lot of films some good grades lately. I think I need to start seeing some bad films, but I've seen a couple. But yeah, I really liked Hidden Figures, and I do highly recommend it. So yeah, thanks again for watching. I really do appreciate it. If you like what you see and you share the same passion as me, why not hit subscribe and follow me on my journey?